Hi, this week we are looking at Luke chapter 8, verses 22 to 25 again, and we are looking at the plot line of this passage. So I'm just going to read that for us as we begin. It says, "One day Jesus said to his disciples, 'Let us go over to the other side of the lake.' So they got into a boat and set out. As they sailed, they fell asleep. A squall came down on the lake so that the boat was being swamped, and they were in great danger. The disciples went and woke him, saying, 'Master, Master, we're going to drown.' And he got up and rebuked the wind and the raging waters. The storm subsided, and all was calm. 'Where is your faith?' he asked the disciples. In fear and amazement, they asked one another, 'Who is this? He commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him.'" So the plot line of Luke 8:22 to 25 begins with Jesus in the boat with his disciples. This would be the picture of the settled, ordinary world of the story, and where we see the first hint of trouble unfolding in the story is, of course, when the squall comes down over the boat. However, I think there's also something to be said about the moment when Jesus falls asleep, because I think it's significant in the story, because generally that would be considered a very normal happening and really wouldn't be worth mentioning in a story. But the fact that it is mentioned perhaps is Jesus' way of pointing us back and saying you should pay attention to this detail. I think so. That's a detail that's worth noting. The real trouble that finally arrives in this text is when the boat was being swamped and they were in great danger. And in that moment, we see the disciples show so much incredible doubt and fear. When we see the story move to a resolution, it comes actually from Jesus himself. He brings the resolution as he rebukes the wind and the waves and makes everything calm again. And finally, when we consider what the new resituated world is, we can imagine at the end of the story, I think that the new world is one where the disciples got to be a part of the miracle. They got to witness the miracle themselves, and their testimony of the miracle really restores their faith. And as the story is told again and again over generations, the faith of so many others, the faith of ourselves, is restored as well, and we believe again. Where there was doubt, it is replaced with faith. So I think that pretty much completes the basic plot line of Luke 8:22 to 25.